Hello, good evening. Welcome to our class today. Today, we are going to look at education in Finland. Education in Finland. High quality education is provided in Finland. There aren't many differences between learning styles of various schools. Almost all pupils graduate from comprehensive school in the intended amount of time. Upper secondary education, comprehensive education, and preschool are all free. In most places, higher education is also free. No matter how much money their family makes, everyone should have the same chance to get high quality education and develop into contributing members of the society. The Finnish education is divided into one, early childhood education. Before starting school, children in Finland are entitled to early childhood education. Daycare facilities and in-home daycare are where early education is organized. On a playground within a house, kids can take part in open early childhood education with a parent. The objective is to support children's growth and well being while advancing learning and equity. Children, children who get early childhood education gain a variety of skills, including social, linguistic, and manual ones. Children can pick up abilities that aid in learning. If the child does not speak Finnish or Swedish at home, help will be given to learn those languages. If necessary, the youngster may also get a special education. Early childhood education is organized by local governments. Because it is sponsored by taxes, families can afford it. Now let us look at preschool education. Before entering school, now we are looking at preschool education. Before entering public school on a regular basis, children must attend preschool for a full year. Preschool instruction typically begins the year a child turns 6. Preschool instruction is provided free of charge to families by municipalities. Preschool instruction takes place during school hours from Monday through Friday for 4 hours each day. The youngster can enroll in school. We are saying that the children or the youngster or the pupil can enroll in early childhood education in addition to preschool. Children learn skills that are useful in school, such as letters. They are also they are not taught how to read. If the child's native language is not Finnish or Swedish, they will receive support in learning Finnish or Swedish. One of them, at least one of them. A preschool day also includes playtime and daytime activities. Now let us look at comprehensive education. Comprehensive education. Now, comprehensive education normally starts during the school year when the child turns 7. When the child 7 years. All children residing in Finland on a permanent basis are required to attend a comprehensive education. A comprehensive school comprises 9 grades. Finnish legislation guides comprehensive education. National curriculum bases and local curricula are also in use. Municipalities coordinate comprehensive education, which is free for families. For first and second grades, there are at least 20 hours of tuition every week, and there are more for higher grades. In Finland, all teachers at comprehensive school hold a master's degree. Teachers of grade 1 up to 6 in comprehensive schools are experts in methods and classroom management. Teachers in grade 7 up to 9 are experts in subjects that they teach. Teachers are free to individualize, organize their tuition based on the local and national curricula. During the first 6 years of school, teachers frequently remain the same. Since they get to know each student well, the teacher may adjust the curricula to meet the needs of each child. I don't know why we have very few people attending because we were supposed to have our class between 5 and 7. How come that I only have 13 people? Class reps, where are others? Now, the main objective is to teach students how to think critically and take ownership of their own education. The teacher assesses the academic achievement of each student. The teacher assigns all grades in comprehensive education. There aren't any formal national tests. Instead, sample-based evaluation are used to track learning outcomes. Typically, these are set up in the ninth grade. The kid or young person may obtain preparation education for comprehensive education if they are only recently relocated to Finland. Typically, preparation schooling lasts 1 year. After that, if the student still needs assistance learning in language, they can continue studying Finnish or Swedish. Adult migrants who lack a comprehensive school diploma from their home country are nonetheless able to complete a comprehensive education in regular upper secondary institutions. Let us look at upper secondary education. Following comprehensive school, general upper secondary school and vocational training are the most popular choices. All young people must continue their education after comprehensive skills until they either complete secondary school education or turn 18 years old. If a student is enrolled in a comprehensive school and is in the ninth grade, they must apply for upper secondary education. Now, let us look at higher education. In general, in general, upper secondary school offers a well-rounded education without a career path. In regular upper secondary schools, the majority of the same courses are studied as in comprehensive education, but the studies are more challenging and independent. Students typically take the matriculation exam in the conclusion. Depending on the student, general upper secondary education lasts between 2 and 4 years. Students who graduate may apply to colleges of applied sciences or general upper secondary school with a focus on vocational education. The majority of general upper secondary schools offer instruction in either Swedish or Finnish. Some general upper secondary schools in bigger cities offer instruction in addition to language such as Finnish or English, French, or any other language. In general, upper secondary schools for adults may en- people may enroll in general upper secondary courses. There, students have the option of enrolling in individual classes or finishing the main upper secondary. They can also sit for matriculation exams, contact teaching, distance learning, internet learning, and independent study are all possible forms of tuition. Let us look at vocational education. Compared to ordinary upper secondary school education, vocational education and training are more practical oriented. An upper secondary vocational qualification can be completed in around 3 years. Throughout your working career, you can also complete a second occupational qualification or a specially vocational qualification. Vocational education and training are not possible without on the job training. Students have the option of moving from occupational education and training to higher education if they so desire. If the student already possesses the necessary abilities for the qualification, they can also obtain further vocational qualification or a specialized vocational degree as competence-based qualification. Additionally, apprenticeship training can be used to gain vocational credentials. In this scenario, students finish their studies while working in jobs related to their areas, earning a salary at least equal to the training income. I want us to look at preparation. I want us to look at preparation education for programs leading to an upper secondary qualification. So if the student already possesses the necessary abilities for the qualification, they can also obtain they can also obtain vocational qualifications or a specialized vocational degree on competence-based qualifications. Additionally, apprenticeship training can be used to obtain vocational credentials. In this scenario, students finish their studies while working on jobs related to their areas, earning a salary equal to the training income. Now, let us look at higher education in Finland. Higher education in Finland. A student may continue on, A student may continue to higher education after completing upper secondary coursework. In Finland, universities of applied science offer higher education. Admission decisions are made by universities and other educational institutions. An institution of higher education may charge for attendance or offer free courses. If you are pursuing a bachelor or a master's degree in English language program and are not an English or AU citizen, a family member of one, you will be required to pay tuition. Now let us look at University of Applied Sciences. University of Applied Sciences. Applied sciences, applied science universities offer instruction that are more focused on practical application than traditional universities. On the job training is also included in tuition. At a University of Applied Sciences, a bachelor's degree can be earned in 3.5 or 4.5 years. 2 years of professional experience in the same subject are required before you can finish a master's degree. Scientific research is used to determine university tuition. A university requires around 3 years to complete. A bachelor's degree requires about 3 years for one to complete, and another 2 years to complete a master's degree. English language tuition is arranged by universities for several of their degree programs. However, Finnish or Swedish is the primary language of instruction for the majority of degree programs. You can apply for the right to continue your education and obtain a license or doctorate degree once you have earned a master's degree program. Now, let us talk about teacher education. Scientific research is used to determine university tuition in Finnish education. A, a university requires around 3 years to complete a bachelor's degree and another 2 years for you to complete a master's degree program. English language tuition is arranged by universities for several of their degree programs. However, Finnish or Swedish is the primary language of instruction for the majority of degree programs. You can apply for the right to continue your education and obtain a license or doctorate once you have earned your degree. Now, after that, I think you will allow me talk about courses offered. Courses offered. Now, the courses taught in the curriculum as are student counseling, and these ones we can say the minimum number of lessons for the core courses in basic education is established by the government, which also determines the overall time allocation. More elective courses are added to the curriculum beginning in the seventh grade. An introduction to the working world is also included in the curriculum. The syllabus of basic education includes the following subjects, and these ones are common to all pupils. We have mother tongue and literature. These ones are offered in Finnish or Swedish. We have second national language. This one can be either Swedish or Finnish. Foreign languages, environmental studies, health education, religious studies or ethics, history, social studies, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, geography, physical education, music, virtual arts, craft, home economics, guidance and counseling. We have others which include this was I'm saying that in addition to these subjects, students can choose to study additional courses that are appropriate for their basic education in accordance with the local curriculum. These courses may be optional for students in parts of the world or the country. Subjects in upper secondary schools include mother tongue, languages, mathematics and natural sciences, humanities and social sciences or social studies, religion, PE, health education, guidance and counseling, and diploma. So that is all about Finnish education. I want to move and talk about education in Germany. Something that is very disturbing is that very many students are not attending this class. And today, I need, you will have to convince me as to why people are not able to attend classes. So, education in Germany. Early childhood education and care includes all instructions run by non-public and public child and youth welfare services, which cater for children until they start primary school. Early childhood education is divided into two parts. Children under the age of 3 are looked at uh, differently. From the age of 3 until they start primary school, children are taken care of in kindergartens. There are no prescribed curricula in these schools, but activities and educational areas are determined in line with the objectives laid down by the state. Education for children under 3 years old is considered a holistic, comprehensive, or complement to the development. Education naturally takes place through play, social interaction, and communication. Children in kindergartens who are about 3 to 5 years old are guided by their interests, needs, and situations. What is aimed at this is the expansion of early childhood education, daycare facilities. Daycare facilities either cater for children under 3, children aged 3 to enter primary school, or both groups of children in one location for the duration of the early childhood education and care fees. The demographics of daycare facilities have significantly altered the recent years. A mall has more centers offer daycare for both age groups. The number of institutions that provide ECEC exclusively for kids from 3 up to until the start of school has declined. The increase in daycare for children under 3 of age are agreed upon by the Federation. and local authority. Children who have reached compulsory schooling age, but whose level of development does not yet allow them to cope with the challenges of primary school education, have established in Alanda. These institutions are classified as ISCET level 020 and fall under the responsibility of ministries of education. Now, under the basic law, as part of its responsibility for public welfare, the Federation has conferred legislative competency for child and youth welfare. This also applies to the promotion of children in early childhood education and care. The Federation exercises its legislative authority in this field by passing Book 8 of the Social Code in June 1990. Child care facilities and child minding services are required by Book 8, paragraph 22 of the Social Code to support the child's growth into the independent and responsible community member. Early childhood education and care are also intended to enhance and augment a child family based upbringing and help parents better balance raising a family and working. The responsibility pertains to the kid's social, emotional, physical, and intellectual development and includes teaching, caring for, and training the youngsters. It also involves disseminating guiding principles and laws. The delivery of education and care must be customized for each child, taking into account their age, developmental stages, linguistic, and other abilities, circumstances in life, and interests. Quality development in daycare centers and in child daycare is a task of society as a whole. Since 2019, the federal government has therefore been supporting these early childhood centers with additional funds for quality development measures in daycare in order to further development of quality nationwide and make a contribution to creating equal living conditions. With the Act on the further development of quality and participation in child daycare, the so-called Good Child Daycare Act, the federal government provides about 5.5 billion euros for these purposes until 2022. With the second act on the further development of quality and participation in child daycare, the so-called Daycare Centers Quality Act, the federal government is providing nursery school education with a total of an additional 4 billion euros by the year 2023 and 2024. In order to enhance good early childhood education, care, and upbringing, the federal government also supports the states with massive financial aid for the expansion of daycare centers. Since 2008, the federal government has provided a total of more than 5.4 billion euros in five investment programs, from which more than 750,000 additional places could be created. With the fifth investment program, the federal government recently provided 1 billion euros Let us look at teacher education in Germany. Until the first half of the 20th century, teacher education was very basic in Germany. Thanks to the efforts of the Weimar Republic, after the demise of the German monarch, teacher education was reformed to meet the standards of industrialization, similar to the different tasks or tracks in secondary school education. There are various variations in teacher education. Teacher education differs between elementary school, middle or junior high school, and high school. Also, there is a distinction between academic and non-academic tracks. In line with the rigorous curriculum of gymnasiums, they require highly qualified teachers, whereas teachers do not need to be academically qualified since they offer basic qualifications and practical skills. In Germany, there are typically two stages to the teacher educational processes. For candidates to teach in the elementary or lower secondary level in most states, teacher education for the first phase examines. Okay. So we are saying that in Germany, there are typically two stages of the teacher education processes. So for candidates to teach at the elementary or lower secondary level in most states, teacher education for the first phase examination takes 6 semesters for full-time university study. Kindly allow me to pick this. Hello? Yes, yes, yes. What problem do you have? You call me later on. In fact, you are already late. You are already late. I've submitted marks. You should not be calling now, but you can call me 1 hour after now. I'm in class. Yes. So in Germany, we are saying that there are typically two stages of teacher education process. Now, for candidates to teach at the elementary or lower secondary school level in most states, teacher education for the first phase examination takes 6 semesters of full-time university study, while candidates to teach at gymnastics must study 8 semesters. Niko darasa, niko darasani nitakupigia in 1 hour's time. So students can select at least two instructional subjects during their stage and focus on them throughout their schooling at the university. So the majority of the courses in the teacher education program place title or little emphasis in the pedagogy or methodology. So they only teach or they only learn the subject content, but little emphasis is put on the pedagogical subject, or instead emphasize on content of the subject. So they don't look at the pedagogy or the methods of teaching. They emphasize on the content or the knowledge of the subject that they are going to teach. It should be emphasized that just about 5% of the first phase overall coursework deals with pedagogy and actual teaching in classroom. That stage culminates in the initial stage examination. In the second phase of teacher education, student teachers who pass the first examination are hired by the states with the full salaries at a public school that matches their certification. It also comprises a strict or a strictly controlled in-school orientation program that places a focus on pedagogical topic or knowledge and classroom management abilities. Student teachers are paired with mentor teachers who have teaching experiences during referendariate, and they are under the supervision of a state-run teacher education institution at the school district level. In these institutions, which are often organized once a week, they are attend classes. The responsibility for creating their own lesson plans and curricula rests with the student instructors. Germany is reported to have older teachers than other European nations when we look at the current state of the profession. In the next 10 to 15 years, it is predicted that half of the general education faculty will have retired. The majority of teachers are required in chemistry, math, physics, English, and music until 2020, according to the to a 2016 European Commission assessment. Germany teachers go through a demanding academic and practice phase, yet they nevertheless face certain difficulties in classroom. The emphasis on the content and knowledge during the first phase and the practicum during the second phase of the teacher education are said to be incongruent. Additionally, it is asserted that the first phase of pedagogical courses fail to adequately prepare student teachers for the realities of the classroom. Another key issue that was a highly or I want to point out one of the issues that was highlighted in the European Commission report in Germany. Teachers do not actively participate in an in-house training. One of the reasons why teachers do not participate in the training is due to their high job security. After certified teachers are hired by the state and reviewed for 3 years, they are accepted as civil servants, which brings about several benefits and seniority based on promotions, regardless of quality assessment or student achievement. Therefore, we can conclude that the German education system, in terms of encouraging teachers to improve themselves, lacks external regulator and heavily relies on teacher individual incentives. Now let us look at the teaching and learning. We want to look at teaching and learning skills. Plans for education are the responsibility of state ministries of education and cultural affairs. All states are obliged to comply with educational standards that specify the goals. We can argue that Germany has embraced a curricular approach that is subject centered with a focus on learner centered tasks in education. Although multidisciplinary techniques are also permitted in the subject centered curriculum, courses are split into distinct subjects or disciplines. Scholars who are experts, scholars who are experts in subjects like biology, geometry, and history are required by these curricular methods. Interdisciplinary courses can be taught as was previously indicated if the instructor is well prepared. Such interdisciplinary courses can be developed because the German dual specialization system for students pursuing teacher education or teacher certification. A commission that includes working teachers, school inspectors, representatives of states, school research institutes, and subject matter experts from higher education institutions is appointed to review or revise the curriculum. The commission is tasked, the commission is tasked with identifying the key curriculum elements, including curriculum objectives, topic choices, and instructional strategies. The curricula are provided in some states after adjustments in line with the feedback from the testing processes. In Germany, schools, internal school matters are included in academic supervision. The supervisory authorities are in charge of examining how well the schools are following the established curricula and examination guidelines. The fact that curricula in Germany educational system are written in a general manner to give the teachers the freedom to implement suitable content, teaching strategies, and assessment tools in their classroom, a practice known as pedagogical responsibility to teach lessons that take into account students' interests and needs is one of the key characteristics. However, subject specific teachers at the school make an effort to agree on techniques and evaluation standards. Two methods are used to guarantee the involvement of all parties in the decision making process: teachers' conferences and school conferences. The teaching staff discusses education and instruction during the teachers' conference without interfering with the instructor's direction. Representatives of parents and students may be allowed to voice their opinions in various states. The school conference is a larger gathering of principal, teachers, students, parents, and outside cooperation. Additionally, it can make important decisions on things like homework, student work groups, and experimental projects. Now, students, after having covered that, I think I will allow you to look at education, secondary school education in Germany. We can also look at higher education in Germany. You can look at that. Now, next time or tomorrow, we shall look at education in Singapore. Education in Singapore. I think that is enough for today. Um, that is enough for today. And I want to allow you to make comments. I want to allow you to make comments and I want to read those comments. Let me read those comments kindly. Let me read those comments about today's lesson. Sheila, you are saying that the sound was breaking. Felix Ngeno, what language are you talking? Ah, what language are you talking here? Uh-huh. That is Felix Ngeno. You have to translate whatever you have written here. Yes. Hello? I'm waiting for your comments before we end the class. Mm, Joroge, I can see what you're saying. Now, we shall mix, we are going to mix our lessons with some revision questions. So I'll give you some further revision questions tomorrow. And whatever I gave yesterday, I think uh, um, I'm going to delete today. Have a good evening. Hope to see you soon. Those who are not attending classes, I'm taking note of that.